Once upon a time, there was a successful American businessman who was a Harvard MBA. He helped businesses grow and would take corporations public, making millions in the process. But life was getting very stressful, and he started getting headaches as he was severely overworked. One day, he visited his doctor, and his doctor advised him, "You need to take a break. Why don't you go on vacation for a week and go fishing? It's good for your health." Now, the businessman didn't want to stop working, but he was desperate to try something, anything, to get rid of the headaches. So the next morning, he flew down to a small coastal Italian village where he planned to drink and fish for a few days. Upon arrival, the American businessman checked into his motel and ordered a glass of wine. He took a sip of wine and tried to relax. After all, it was a beautiful coastal village that was peaceful and quiet, a place where you could hear the birds chirping and the waves crashing down the coastline. But after half an hour, the businessman was getting impatient and had a hard time relaxing. His mind was always so focused on business, and his mind was constantly on. So he decided to walk down the pier to perhaps try to relax some more. When he got to the end of the pier, he saw a small boat with just a single fisherman docked, and inside the small boat was several large yellowfin tuna. The businessman was impressed and complimented the fisherman on the quality of the catch and spoke. "Fisherman, you did well. How long it took for you to catch them?" The fisherman proudly replied, "Haha, every morning I go out in my boat for 1 hour to fish and collect my fish. Haha, I am the best fisherman in the village." The businessman suddenly was puzzled and asked the fisherman, "If you are the best, why don't you stay out longer and catch more fish? What are you doing with the rest of your day?" The fisherman proudly replied, "Ha ha ha, good one. I sleep late. I fish a little. I sell some of my fish to my friends and make a little money. Then I play with my children. I spend the time with my wife, and every evening we stroll into the village to drink some wine and listen to the waves, and then we will take out our guitar and play some songs, and we go dancing through the night. I live a happy and a full life." The businessman scoffed at him and said, "Listen, I am a Harvard MBA, and I am a successful CEO. I have extremely good talent at spotting good business opportunities, and if you follow my advice, I can help you become more successful. So listen carefully. Now, the first thing you should do is to stop wasting so much time. You need to spend more time fishing so that you can catch more fish and sell them to the villagers for more proceeds. Then, with your proceeds, your next move is to buy a bigger boat so you can catch more fish. And after you have a bigger boat, you'll have more proceeds, and this will allow you to hire a few others to help you catch more fish and make more money. After you have more money, it's then time to multiply. You can buy even more boats and hire more fishermen, and soon you will have a fleet of fishing boats with many fishermen working for you. And then, instead of selling your catch to your friends, and villagers, you should focus your attention on scaling your operation and selling your fish to thousands in the cities. This is where the real money is. That way, with enough profit, you can leave this small coastal fishing village and build a big headquarters in a big city where you can oversee your growing empire and start selling your catch there. The fisherman was perplexed. I see, but this plan, how long will this take? The businessman smiled and replied, it would take about 15 to 20 years if you do it right. Again, perplexed, the fisherman replied, but then what? The businessman smiled and said, this is the best part. Once the time is right and your business operations have grown enough in the city, you would then announce an IPO and then sell your company stock in the public markets. And at that point, you would become very rich. You would make millions of dollars. The fisherman, again perplexed. I see. Millions of dollars. But then what? The businessman smiled again and then said, after you make your millions of dollars, you can finally retire from the big stressful city life. You could sell your shares and move back to a small coastal fishing village. And there, you can finally live out the rest of your days in retirement with your millions. You could sleep late, fish a little bit for leisure if you wanted. You could play with your kids, spend more time with your wife, and take her to the village in the evenings where you could drink some wine with her. You could dance, and you could play guitar with your friends. The businessman smiled and looked at the fisherman. Now, doesn't that seem like a good life to you and worth all your hard work and sacrifice? The fisherman, again, was really perplexed and replied, But sir, isn't that what I'm doing right now anyways? What are the lessons of the fisherman and the businessman? In life, it is important to learn how to be content and to be satisfied with what you do have. Don't lose sight of what is important in your life. Happiness comes from being grateful of the things that you do have and not necessarily with more money. One person's definition of success is not necessarily the same as another's. The businessman was so blinded by his definition of success that he could not see things from others' perspective. Yes, making money and financial gains are important, but keep in mind that life is full of trade-offs. For every financial gain you make, there is a cost that is non-financial. Perhaps it could be your health, or perhaps it could be your relationships with your loved ones. So, take a moment today to enjoy the simple things in life and to focus on what truly makes you happy, and to be thankful for the things that you do have in your life. Remember, the greatest things in life are the small pleasures and the cherished moments with the ones we love. I'll leave you with one final thought. Who is truly rich in this story? The fisherman or the businessman? I hope you enjoyed this story. Our channel focuses on inspirational and motivational stories to help you find your daily 1% improvement. If you enjoyed this story, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and the bell notification on the right so you'll be notified anytime we have future content. Until then, see you next time.